Oh, hello, Geo, mama of squirrels. Hello, FlossTube. Hope you're all doing well. I certainly am. It is, what day is it? It's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Friday, June 28th. I think it's 28th. Friday, June 28th. We're going to go with that. I think it's the 28th. Yes, I know it's the 28th. Okay, so it's Friday, June 28th. I know it's been a few days since I've checked in. I've kind of just been really busy with life and kind of enjoying my few days off that I have from work. So I've been stitching and relaxing and trying to stay warm, or stay warm, stay cool from the heat wave that we're having here in South Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. Actually, I think just the Mid-Atlantic region is having a heat wave, maybe even more than that, but I know for sure the Mid-Atlantic region of the US is having a heat wave. So I have been trying to stay cool, and I have it all closed up in the house here, all the curtains and the blinds are all closed to keep it cool because I get horribly hot afternoon sun, as you've all seen with my plants. So yeah, that's where we're at so far today. So I have not checked in for the last few days, so I'm here in the dining room for Bloom Watch 2019 for my air plant. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a full-blown bloom amongst us. So here is the bloom. I guess this is what a green goddess air plant bloom looks like at full potential, which is pretty awesome. So there we go. Air plant blooming. So I'm looking forward to enjoying this bloom while it lasts. I hope it lasts for quite a while. I read blooms for air plants will last for about 3 weeks as long as they don't get wet. And then once the bloom dies off, the air plant will start to produce offspring. So I will enjoy the bloom and then look forward to seeing some. I'm setting my plant down, that's why I'm looking away. And then enjoy seeing some offspring come from the plant. So that is the air plant. See, sun, lots of sun. So it's pretty hot. I'm making the plants like suffer with no sun because it's just, I don't want to run the air conditioning any more than I have to. My first finished cross stitch right there. There we go. Anyways, so at the beginning of this, you saw plenty of footage of squirrels. The squirrels have been hanging out a lot on the porch. And I have 2 new ones that are visiting. And Geo is willing to allow them to be on the porch, which tells me that I'm fairly certain that they're Geo's offspring. And ladies and gentlemen, Geo is a female. So, I know that because I got up close and personal and I saw that she has produced milk in the past. Or is going to produce milk, but I think it's in the past because she's definitely skinnier than she has been in the past. So, while I know she's a female, I will probably often call her a male or use male pronouns just because I'm so used to calling Geo a he. So if I mistakenly do that, that's just out of habit. But Geo has been allowing her offspring, which I think they're her offspring, even though they're fairly big. You saw one of them in the videos. They're very, very hyper and run around and play with the nuts whenever they do get nuts and like roll them around in their mouth a whole lot. I'm guessing that they're licking the salt off of them. I really don't know. But, and they don't stay out of my plants, which is a big pain in the butt. But, the squirrels are, you can see I have floss tube on in the background. I've been binge watching floss tube since I'm so far behind. But yeah, they're really, really hyper and they run around a lot more than what Geo and Brooks do. So there you go. Also, I posted on Instagram, Find Geo, because I noticed that Geo and Brooks have been lounging on the rooftop a lot. So if you go check that out on my Instagram, you can see Geo hanging out on the roof, hanging over top of the rail or over top of the gutter there whenever I came home from my birthday ice cream run. And yeah, so there you go. That's the check-in with the squirrels and the air plant. All the other plants are doing fabulous, other than it's super hot. And I have to continue to remember to water my porch plants daily because, and sometimes twice a day just because it's so hot out there. It almost evaporates by the time I'm done watering. So let's check in with stitching. I've been fairly pretty much monogamous in my stitching. There's been moments in the week that I haven't really felt like stitching at all. Yesterday I had to go to the, there's my bright light, sorry about that. Yesterday I had to go to the car dealership to get my oil changed. So it was supposed to be an hour-long venture. It ended up being 2 hours because my car had a recall I didn't know about. They didn't tell me on the phone when I scheduled the appointment. Thankfully, I took my textbook that I had to read for class this week. So amongst all the distractions of the waiting room, I did get my text read that I needed to get read for the week. Not sure if I remember everything, but I think I got the gist of it. And so I didn't get a whole lot stitched yesterday. I did stop off at Sprouts yesterday again and got some great produce and meats for the week or weekend or whenever I decide to cook it. And yeah, so stitching has been off and on throughout the week. I still have not touched any knitting. Haven't really been in the mood to knit. Haven't even crossed my mind that I want to knit. So knitting will happen when it happens, but stitching is going gung-ho with By the Bay. So I am in a mad dash to get By the Bay done. As long as everything goes to plan, which we all know in the stitching world it never does, but as long as I get decent amount of stitching done the rest of the day and tomorrow and possibly Sunday if needed, I will have By the Bay done by the end of June, which was my goal. So, which would be awesome because that's 2 large projects done by the end of the large project finish competition for me. So I will be super excited about that if I can get that done, and then I can move on to finishing something else. which I have an idea of what I'm going to move on to next, but I'm not going to tell you that until I get this done and then I see how I feel after this is completed. So let me turn you around and show you my progress. And here we are. So last time I showed you, I think I was still working up in the tree, and I was trying desperately to get the tree done with the clouds, and that was on Tuesday, maybe even Monday. I know Tuesday I was still working on the tree. So today, or yesterday, was it yesterday? I think yesterday I merged. On Instagram, I posted a picture with the tree and this peninsula and the lighthouse all done, but I didn't have the land in the middle done, and so I merged the two, and thankfully everything lined up. I don't know why I did it that way, but I did, and thankfully it did line up, so all is good. And so I am quickly, all I have left is to fill in is this water area here, the 2 sheep. There are 3 small weeping willow trees here, and I will be done. Oh, and there's a small island right here that I have to fill in. But I'm doing all the water first because I want the island to stick out. And usually if you have whatever you do last pops out a little bit more. So I'm going to do the island last just to make sure it pops out a bit more. So the next thing we're going to be doing is the white, which on the sheep, and then there's the white water waves in the water, and in the lake here, or whatever this is, the bay. And then I'll be doing the brown for the head of the sheep and the legs and the trunks of the tree. So basically I'm color completing as I go from here on out. So that is my progress on By the Bay, 13th Bay Colony. And with that, I have had many comments saying that I have inspired people to go out and get this pattern, so that's pretty awesome. I hope to see your progress on Instagram whenever you go ahead and start stitching it, if you are on Instagram, or in Friday Off the Grid Facebook group on Facebook, because I love this pattern. It's an awesome pattern. It's very different and out of my normal comfort zone for stitching, but it's pretty cool. So this is definitely has been an enjoyable thing to stitch. So with that, tonight I'm going to get a haircut because I desperately need to get this all chopped off. And then I'm hopping over to Hobby Lobby, and I'm taking Henry with me, and I'm going to order hopefully, fingers crossed, that they can help me out. And I'm going to order the supplies needed to get Henry framed up. So I probably won't film anything while I'm there, but I will definitely try to take some pictures so that I can pop them into tomorrow's video and show you all what I decide to do. So, until then, I hope you all have a wonderful stitching day, evening, weekend, whatever, until I see you again. And as always, until next time, don't forget to always be creative.